What's that? Oh, okay. Morning, everybody. How are we doing? Yeah, wake up, come on. Wake up. Hope you're well. Just right on the nail, 6 a.m. London Heathrow, and we are here for a very special occasion, as we are every time we're here, to be perfectly honest with you. First of all, a little bit of love to give to our friends here at the Hilton Garden Inn. Hello to the Richards and everybody else who's here as well. Nice cup of coffee. Gilly, I can hear myself. I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Yeah, so we are here to, it's a milestone, folks. 3 years ago, not today, but 3 years ago, that terrible thing happened, if you know what I mean. We won't go into that. But of course, airlines around the world grounded their fleets, not just obviously their 380s, but their entire fleets were grounded. Remember all those crazy images that we saw of lines and lines and lines of aircraft just piled everywhere that they could find a spare place. Tarbes in it's France, isn't it? In Tarbes, the Etihad A380 fleet of most of them are still there, I believe, unless they've pulled more of them out of storage. But anyway, there's 2 380s that have been pulled out of storage in Tarbes and undergone a significant amount of testing, maintenance, checks, approval, certification, etc, etc. It is literally, when you have an aircraft on the ground for that length of time, especially a big heavy one like that, there's a lot of weight on that undercarriage, a lot of weight on the wheels and tyres and all the assemblies and all the different ancillaries. If you think of an aeroplane and think of the number of components that it has on it, folks, every single one of those has to be checked. So that's why I think it's around about May, June. So they've done it relatively quickly, let's be honest. But she's been out on flight tests, and today is her first passenger service back to London Heathrow. We are welcoming Etihad's 380 back into Heathrow. So we'll go through a few. She's due in around about 30 minutes. We will, if you want to track her, the link is on the chat right now that you're looking at. If you want to track her on Flight Radar 24, I'm sure she'll get to number 1 at some point. It's a special livery on this one, I think. Isn't it got flowers on it or something like that? Yeah, early morning, London Heathrow. What more could you want? Hope you're well. Sit back, go and put a kettle on, let the dog out. Or the cat, or whatever, or the mouse, or whatever it is you've got, or nothing at all. The wife, maybe, or the husband. Let him out, let him have a run around the field or something. And we will roll this one. Okay, so here we go. We'll catch a few aircraft landing. I can't ignore them, of course. That's what we're all about. So here we go. Right. No. Okay. So beautiful, quiet, serene conditions here. Hey, look what came in yesterday, folks, and we're going to be doing a piece on that. One Air, the new British cargo airline. That aircraft, ex-Air Canada. Well, I mean, I say ex-Air Canada, but she's BDSF, is it? A B-deck freighter conversion. First onto the so thankfully, because of the lighting conditions, we're going to get a good shot of her. Calm conditions, no winds, looking down maintenance area here at London Heathrow, British Airways. Good old Tyler. So a cacophony of 777s at the maintenance sheds for British Airways. Big juicy engines, man. You see the fan blades on the General Electric G90 115s. Are they 115s? I think they might be just G9090s. It's a 5-door. Oh, okay. Apparently the livery has been removed, or have been removed because it will be stickers, won't it? It'll be an application. Straight in with Jordan Charlie, who's a brand new member. We're going to be announcing our first class and super class trip, international trip, very soon, folks. I might as well tell you it's going to be Anchorage. Just haven't booked it yet. So, like I said on the announcement yesterday, that NATS, the air traffic controllers here at London Heathrow, will bring them in too wide, northern and southern runway, just to speed up the arrivals, or just to keep it all nice and on time. If you look on radar right now, you'll probably see a number of aircraft in the holds around London Heathrow. Predominantly in the southern holds, I think. Is that the Ockham and the Biggin hold? It's something we're going to see quite regularly here, folks, because they're basing that aircraft at London Heathrow. That freighter, ex-Air Canada, like I said, and she wore all of the old Air Canada liveries. She's got quite a history to her. London. Yeah, good morning to all our friends at Flight Radar 24 as well. We do have friends in a lot of great places. We are very fortunate. All hard work, of course, folks. You know, you've got to do the right thing and present the right sort of like profile and do all the right things. That's why, again, we do have friends at NATS, the air traffic control folks here, and at I think they're also at Manchester, aren't they? But honouring their wishes for us not to obviously play out any live ATC. A bit of a shame, I've got to be honest with you. In a situation like this, it would be absolutely ideal to have ATC running, but it does kind of like clash with my me's bad enough. What's that? We've got some floofage. We've got a bit of floofage there, didn't we? Look at that. Yeah, good morning, Australia. Good morning, our friends in Australia and the United States of America as well, of course. Late night over there. Seems crazy that we were talking to our good friends at Teradek before we shut down for the evening, and then and they're still up. I have to say, you know, we're very lucky. I'm very lucky. I mean, people in my life who've come along, and without them, I just couldn't be doing what I'm doing. One of those, of course, as you all know, is Jilly. But you know, we come along and we find people like Tyler, you know, at Teradek. Not only is he a fantastic communicator, but he's also a real tech bod as well, and he loves the tech. He loves the technology, so he's very interested in everything that we're doing. But anyway, good morning. Michael Singh tuning in from Melbourne, Australia. G'day. Ty has gifted 10 Big Jet TV memberships. Jaden Silverman's, it's mid-afternoon here in Australia. Sorry, Jaden. Late night hello from Montreal, Arrow. Livy Maidman giving a shout out to Flight Radar 24, Port Beverly, George. Rob Guest, Nick Gray, good morning to you. 6:10 a.m. in Nottinghamshire, live with Dave. Evelyn Hester, 15:09 in Melbourne. G'day everybody, hope you're doing well. My ADSB Flight Radar 24 is one of the feeders that covers London Heathrow, Arthur 2 St Jackson. Wow, there you go. So yeah, Flight Radar 24 do rely on individuals around the world, don't they? What are they called, Gilly? ADSB trails. Bit of nice bit of vortex coming off the inboard flaps there. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, we're not far off getting towards that time of the year. We've got a bit of moisture in the air. Everywhere I look around. So calm and serene in it. Due in at 6:39, we're hearing 30 minutes before she arrives, folks. Sun just starting to peek its head out over the top there, you see. Into the runway. So, like I said, bringing them in too wide. Okay, I need to just quickly. It's amazing, amazing generosity. Thank you, Ty. Renee Taylor, good morning. Rachel Dickinson, Maxine Haynes. We need more early morning shows. Max Thompson, this is a perfect start to the day, perfect viewing before work. There we go, Max. Yeah, maybe sometimes since we've had a crack of dawn show. As the days grow shorter and the lights grow longer. An interesting read about the double-decker. When you look back at the history, the interesting thing about the double-decker, it was way back in the early days, in the pioneering days of aviation with the flying boats. They were double-deckers. Where it used to say like 3 days to get to where you've got to get to, you know, very popular destinations like Egypt and places like that, Sunderland flying boats and all those sorts of things. But yeah, the A380 is interesting because McDonnell Douglas, somebody mentioned a while back when we were talking about the double-decker and the fact that Boeing were the first to really, you know, in the jet age, that Boeing were the first to conceive the idea. Apparently back in 1960 or something like the 60s, late 60s, McDonnell Douglas had a thought of one, but certainly in the 1990s, the MD-12 or something like that, 12X or something, was conceived by McDonnell Douglas. Had a bit of backing on it, but it just it never came to fruition. Boeing, of course, the original design for the for the 747 was indeed a double-decker, and that is in the archives. It's available to look at online if you Google Boeing 747 original design concept. I'm sure somewhere there you will pick up and see pictures of their double-decker, which looks remarkably like an A380, even all the way back then. D-Bash. Bosh. D-Bash Boat gifting 5 Big Jet TV memberships. Thank you, D-Bash. So apparently got a few reporters on board, journos, I think. That's where Etihad will be taking her super jet, the quad jet. There's one that is there she is there. So come to join the party. Possibly heading for the Ockham hold. I don't know. Still quite high up there. There's another one that's joining the Ockham, I think. Yeah, someone asking when I'll be back in Seattle next week for about 2 hours. Yeah, via Seattle to Anchorage. Favoured route for me anyway. So all the pressure changes over and above the wing as the pressure increases and decreases. It causes the droplets to be squeezed, and then condensation appearing over the wing. We call floofage. Obviously, aircraft on descent, pressures will be decreasing above and below. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful light for her, man. Half makes me want to do tomorrow's show from up here, Gilly, at this time in the morning. Check the weather conditions. So that aircraft's going to be based here, folks. Every sight and every sound. Ooh, floof, floof, floof. Come on, come on. Lock, lock. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. There we go. So yeah, like we were talking about
or like I was mentioning earlier on in the at the front end of the show, just the amount of preparation it takes for getting one of these aircraft back in the air. And it really does go, the same procedures will be applied for even small aircraft, you know, an A318 or an A380, either or. It's just more heavy duty maintenance, really, in terms of, you know, number of undercarriage, for example, on an A380. Nailed it. Nice. Heathrow stretching its arms. Sun is well and truly up now. There's another one that's little Austrian. Has he just gone out? Has he just gone out? Just gone out. Yeah, they're going out. They're sending them out. 767. Nice. Nice. Yeah, one of the things that they had to do with all of their aircraft were swing checks on the undercarriage, which basically means, look at this. Lightsaber tail. Yeah, imagine the checklist for bringing an aircraft back into operation. It's, you know, crazy. The amount of from a technical standpoint, from the engineering standpoint, from the onboard systems, the flight. Oh wow, look at that, look at that. Show us your belly. A380 doing a Carly Simon. So from today, 6 weekly services with the A380. So I guess that's just not on Sundays, maybe. There we go. Not arriving on Sunday. 6:45 a.m. arrival, Monday through Saturday. And then from August the 1st, so only a month, from August the 1st, 13 weekly services. Sorry, blimey, a week away. Yeah. Sorry. 13 services are doubling up very quickly. Spoke to a good mate of mine, Zane Dunning. Well, actually, I say good mate of mine. He's a good friend of all of ours, isn't he, Zane Dunning? A lot of our members will, and viewers, of course, will remember our good friend Zane, 747 captain. Flew the last 747 out of London Heathrow for Virgin Atlantic. Now on the 787 Dreamliner. Lovely fella. Richard Dalgleish. Welcome back, Richard. Returning. When that sun's up, you get a serious glare. Thai. Another 14-wheeler. The Bigfoot. Sundown, possibly 3 380s back to back. Wow. Brian Hikes, is ATC going to land 380s in line to save on vortex separation? Good point, that, you know. You would have thought they would, wouldn't they? Because, you know, oh, it's a little bit, that's not very good, is it? Someone's overcooked the burgers. Right through those engines, man. Is the Etihad jet one of those 380s, GP? Okay. Ockham. That's a 330. No, it's a cloud. It's a cloud. But it's there when I look in your eyes. Okay, let's just all cross our fingers. Hello, Nats. Good morning. Good morning to our good friends up there in the tower. Give us a wave. I know you're not watching, you're not listening, because obviously you're glued to the screens. Hello. Catherine Apps has gifted 5 Big Jet TV memberships. Thank you, Catherine. JD, what took them so long to come back when all the other 380s came back straight after lockdown? Almost really looking forward to seeing it back, JD. Reason for this, I would imagine, would be just purely demand, passenger demand. The numbers have picked up now. You know, in terms of passenger numbers, I think we're getting back to pre-pandemic levels. But in terms of aircraft that are in use, and also these 380 routes as well. This one's come from across the Atlantic, believe it or not. I know it's a little plane, folks, but that plane has travelled all the way from the United States of America. Ty's done another 10 memberships. Thank you, Ty. The gifting king. Thanks, mate. Thank you to everybody who gifts memberships here on the channel. Really appreciate it. Look at the sun glistening through into those engines now, man. Look at that. It's a piece of artwork in it. Fan blades, right? Okay. Who's the first one? GP? Is it BA? Okay, this is the one we saw in the hold, wasn't it? Now, like I said last night, folks, it kind of makes sense that ATC would bring this the Etihad 380 in on the southern runway, just from the point of view that they're on the to reduce fuel burn, basically, and taxi time, etc. Because they literally stop, turn left, and then they're at the terminal. Whereas if they were on the southern runway, they would have to have a much longer taxi, and then of course have to taxi up and cross the active southern runway. So it kind of makes sense that quoting the other day about the fact that I seem to recall, nice, very British, get those big speed brakes up. I seem to recall back in the, you know, just post-pandemic, just like close on to the end of the pandemic, where Etihad said we'll never bring our A380s back into service, didn't they? We'll never. That was it. They said they'll never bring them back into service. Well, I'm glad they've had to eat their words. Hello to all our friends at Etihad. Flown with them to Abu Dhabi. Of course, big. It's the. You know, it's the UAE, isn't it? The two big major well, I mean, you've got Qatar, Etihad, and Emirates. Always vying for the position in the skies. I think Abu Dhabi going to be opening their new terminal at some point, I'd imagine. Last time I was, well, when I was there, leave the greatest impression on me in terms of their terminal building, but they've got, if you taxi out, you just see this beautiful new terminal, big wave. Oh my goodness me, what are you gonna, what are they doing with the thank you, Aviation News in LAX. We love you too. So our jet is confirmed on the southern runway, folks. She's on the back of the stack. What have we got in terms of numbers viewing her, watching her? Is she... Come on, guys, let's get her to number one. Everybody... Oh, she's number one. Surprisingly quite dirty set of speed brakes on, isn't she? Generally caused by brake dust. See, now he's going T4. Gonna hang it left. Alvanor 0293 is a returning member. Welcome back, Alvanor. We've got Ty gifting another 10 Big Jet TV memberships. Thank you, my friend. And we've got Diane and Catherine. Wow, Margaret Dawson has gifted a membership. Thank you, Margaret. Margaret! I don't believe it! Good morning, Sue Cruz, Bev FMM, Nick Blacko. Okay, folks. I think it's generally people are liking this, so I think we'll do another early morning show tomorrow, shall we? Who fancies some of that? Get some aviation in your blood before you head off to work. Get you set up for the day. When we were testing yesterday, I was watching it on the big screen, and my goodness me, anybody watching it on the big screen, it is crazily good, isn't it? Delta 330, 300, 200, wow. CF6s. We will be coming back later, folks, for the departure, by the way. We will catch the departure later on from the other side. And here she comes now, ladies and gentlemen. Be upstanding. welcome back. Probably being a little bit tentative with those inboard reversers, just to sort of ease them in to their new routine. Steve Black, good on the big screen. It is crazy how good it looks. Raina Taylor. Morning, folks. Alvanor, Puss in PJ's Gale. Yeah, some people calling it the King. Well, you know, I don't have a problem with people doing that. Just so long as we always reserve the Queen of the Skies for the 747. And that big lad right there is just about to taxi past the Queen. Oh, look, you can see how new, look at all the wheels, folks. See how white they are. Interesting that, because normally you expect to see all of the wheels themselves covered in brake dust, apart from the aft set. That is, the back set are not braked on the A380. But she has a significant amount of braking power. But that goes to show how recently she has been. It's a whole new set of rims and brakes and tyres probably on that jet, I would imagine. Debbie Winshow tuning in from Los Angeles. Good day to you, Debbie. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London Heathrow. Deborah Davies. Michael, beautiful sight. Welcome back to another beautiful A380. Art's off to bed. 11:43. See y'all soon. Art must be in the United States of America. Good day to you, my friend. Petra van der Dries. Good day to you. So nice plane. So we're going to follow her up to when she disappears off to her gate. And when we come back, we will be over the other side of the airfield to catch the departure. Lloyd Bell. Raina Taylor, I have been on that plane before. There we go. Matthew Ewan, they repainted the livery back from the special livery. I think you'll find, Raina, that they've just removed the decals that were on the aircraft, because oh, was it Matthew? Sorry, my apologies, Matthew. Oh yeah, Matthew. Sorry, Matthew. Yeah, mentioning that they've repainted her. Well, they wouldn't have repainted her. A lot of these aircraft that you see that do carry special liveries, most of them are applied with vinyl, believe it or not. Obviously a very strong glue. And a hell of a lot of effort getting them off as well, because normally you have to sort of like use a hairdryer to get vinyl stickers off, because they obviously, you know, if you heat them up, they become sort of like, look at that, the King and the Queen. SWA, evening from Dallas. Love these views. 12:45 a.m. in Dallas. Good day to you, SWA. So we're going to come back tomorrow morning, folks, and do an early show tomorrow. I think we've missed it, haven't we? Being here at London Heathrow early morning, we're so fortunate to be able to catch these views. And again, a big shout out to all our friends at the Hilton Garden Inn. 30% discount, 30% discount, folks. if you want to come stay here and get these views from room 747, amongst others. 748's right next to it, actually. So if you want the intercontinental room, or you just want the standard 747 room, they are the same rooms, by the way, folks. It's just that it's room number 747. If you actually look on our channel, you'll see I did a piece for the Hilton Garden Inn many moons ago, when there were still 747s in their droves here. And you can, of course, look back into our archives and see those amazing days of 747s, multiple jumbo jets. This time 4 years ago, for example, if I was standing up here on the Hilton Garden Inn, we would have had a string of jumbo jets coming in from the east, from the west coast, east and west coast. Gwen M. Bathroom routine has never been so epic. Magnificent start to the day before going to work. Thank you, Gwen M. Thank you, Gwen. Heathrow has the most A380 operators as of now, Michael Singh. But LAX will catch up with Heathrow in October. Welcome back, Etihad, with their 380. This is, of course, not a welcome back to Etihad, the airline, folks, but to their A380 service. Look at that. Nice new set of rims on her as well. Look. Welcome, Canada. Canada's in the house. Toronto. Everywhere around the world watching right now. Etihad's return to London Heathrow with their A380 service. Fantastic. It's got quite a... she's going to gate right there. Wow, how about that, folks? By owl light. Yes, indeed. Some aircraft don't actually sport opening sliding windows, do they, in the cockpit? The Airbus. Early Airbuses do. Stephen Remy tuning in from Southern California. River Phillips landing gear is very clean. Yes, indeed. The wheels, the rims themselves are glistening because that is her first operational flight, and she would have she has obviously undergone test flights, but certainly for the time being, those rims are yet to be coated with brake dust. Will happen. It will happen. You want some more of that later, folks? Well, we are going to be back. We're out of our normal remit in terms of our midweek show. A midweek show, standard midweek show, is going to be tomorrow. Read all about it. We'll obviously put a post out about that. However, for now, we will. Here's the big Roo, the little Joey down there. Now she's obviously going to remote stand, isn't she? Is she? Should we do that for our Aussie viewers? Should we stick around for the big Roo? Do you want to stick around for the big Roo, folks? Mark Luscombe, few more 380s in the next 20 minutes. Simon Morris was well worth getting up early for. Yeah, it's all right. Once you're up, the night before, you're like, oof, really, 4:30 in the morning. Set the alarm for 4:30, and Siri's like, are you sure? Can I just double check you want to? Yes, that's correct. That's what we want. Okay, here we go. Bernd Kunze, Michael Singh, please stay. Evelyn, everyone's saying yes, indeed. Yes, please. People from Australia, good day to you. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well around the world. It is crazy in it to think that I'm standing, little old me, standing up here on the. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to ignore that and just see if I can grab this one. Hold on a minute. Long range. See if I can get the footage on it. Stomach starting to make all funny noises. Ew. Stick around for the big Roo, folks, for all our friends out there in Australia. I don't see them that often, do we? We should mix it up. Just, we do try and cater for everyone. Qatar 777. Heathrow Airport. Wow, hard up on the elevators there. So it's just going to start filling up, literally, folks, here at Heathrow. Great time to arrive at London Heathrow. Of course, you've got to think of air traffic control as well. If you're watching ATC now, if you're watching Flight Radar now, you will notice. I should imagine quite a number of aircraft in the holding patterns around Heathrow. 4 holding patterns around Heathrow. So, you know, as well as literally controlling a city, they also have to control the airspace around Heathrow. and the place comes to life around about 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, although there are you know, folks who work here 24/7, 365 days of the year at London Heathrow. Vast amount of numbers of people, and of course, you know, Heathrow actually have their own Twitter account to enable local residents to tune in and see what the operations are on the day, if they're ever going to be if they ever have a significant amount of delays. Sometimes it happens where they have to run in a little bit longer into the night than they normally do. There is a curfew here at London Heathrow around about 11 p.m. normally is the last flight that arrives, but sometimes from time to time they have to extend that slightly, and Heathrow, being the great bunch of people they are, let the local residents know via their something else. They changed it. Heathrow Runways on Twitter. You can follow them on Twitter just to see what the runway operations are. Probably a good idea to do that, you know, folks, because if you're coming to London Heathrow to Planespot, you can therefore get a good idea of, you know, preempt your stay here and the operations. But of course, if the wind directions change, then you know you're a little bit stumped if they turn on to 09s. That's why this particular hotel where we are right now, folks, is great to stay at, whether they're on 27s or 09s, because if they're on 09s, they're taking off straight towards you on this southern runway, 09 right. Hive of activity around around Heathrow all day around this side of the airfield, because the British Airways simulators are based at this end of the airfield, and so you do see a lot of BA pilots, both rookies and established pilots, wandering around on their way to the I say wandering around, just parking up over there and walking up to the simulator centre, which is over the other side from us. Which one's this in, GP? Is this B8? From Joburg. Johannesburg, as I used to call it as a kid. No, Johannesburg. See, manipulating the elevators there, folks. Look at the elevators moving up and down, and then he'll just bring them up to slow the descent down of the front wheel. Yeah, front wheels. Sorry, front wheel. Britannia 767. It's not that cold, Britannia 767, but you wouldn't want to be standing up here in a t-shirt. That's for sure. It's a little bit chilly, of course. I'm 100 feet up from ground level, makes it a little bit more chilly. But thanks, John. Michael Hogan needs a bath. Yes. So there's all sorts of Weeping Concord. M.A. Walker. Good morning to you, M.A. Walker. And a very warm welcome to Big Jet TV. Great to see so many new members getting involved in the chat. We do know that obviously a tremendous amount of people, thousands of people, prefer to just sit there, sit back, maybe listen to the chat, well, what I'm talking about, but don't so much get involved in the chat, but just prefer to sit back and watch. And it is great to have you guys on board. We know you're there. Thank you so much for your support. But if you've ever got any questions or want to feed me with information, then please don't hesitate. It's United trip, right? In the old livery. Yeah, I love seeing that hard up elevator. You can just picture the flying pilot just easing that stick back just to bring that front end down nice and soft. Oh, bless him. Mark Jones, good morning to you. Flying to Ireland next Tuesday to stay with Jer Lingus. Paul Blau. I'm too busy watching 380s on Flight Radar 24. That's why. Okay. Starting to bring the small ones in. All southern runway operations now, I think. What about Wingnut, Julie? Oh, M.A. Walker. Good morning to you. Wingnut. Thomas Drake, old SAC air cop. Didn't realise you were live just now, stumbled across it. Thomas Drake, good day to you, my friend. Glad you stumbled across. Hope you didn't fall over anything, but I'm glad you stumbled across us. QFA ranked number 2 on Flight Radar 24, Rohit Parkal saying. Simon Morris, thank you. Britannia 767 knots in. Wow, that was a little bit of a close call, wasn't it? Not a close call, but very the separation. It's good that Air France 220 got a shifty on, wasn't it, crossing the active. River Phillips likes the Eurowings livery. Relatively new, the new paint job, isn't it, with them. Freddie Grace is in the Singapore 380 landing soon. Nick Blackout. Sorry. Freddie Grace. Stephen Forward. This is the way to wake up in the morning. In the morning. Oh, Freddie Gracie's a member, is he? Oh, he's on board the aircraft. Wow. We have a Big Jet TV member on board the Singapore Slinger. How far out is it, GP? Oh my good God. Okay, so she's quite some way out. Ty, take care. Thank you, Ty. Have a great day. Hope you can make the departure later on, Ty. But again, if we don't see you, thank you so much. See you on the next show. You, amongst all our other members, are a legend. QFA1 fourth in the stack row hit. Beverly George, M.A. Walker. I wish I could stay and watch live, but I've got to go to work. Thanks, M.A. Walker. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. We, of course, if you missed it, we were here. Well, we are here live to catch the return of Etihad's 380 service into London Heathrow. Seems they've made quite a bit of pomp and circumstance about it. I'd imagine at Terminal 4 they've probably got some, you know, some banners and some drinks and snacks for people to park the aircraft. Or for those, you know, like they do sometimes, a little bit of a sort of like, you know, balloons and things like that. That's what I was looking for. So we will be discussing the whole One Air operation. Believe that's going out tomorrow. We're led to believe that's going out tomorrow, that jet. From Roger Slater. Surprised I've never met Roger. He's an employee of he works at Heathrow, doesn't he? Surprised I haven't sort of like, you know, hooted me or wow. Didn't want to wake those passengers up, did they? Get away with wearing a pair of gloves right now. Oh well, then in that case, ooh, that's a tough one, mate. It's a tough one. Due out. Going there about 9:30 this morning, isn't she? I think Etihad. I put my blue jeans on. I put my blue jeans on. Oh, look at the big love heart that she's ripped into the cloud there, man. Look at that. Look at it. Wow! Oh, Robert Storm, thank you. A lovely thing to say. Fishy for a sticker, isn't he? Oh, I got, what's his name? I got Tobias's envelope. He's gone and put our address on it again on the envelope, which is, so I've had to blank it all out. I think that's maybe what they do in Germany. It must be what they do in Germany when you send a letter. You've got to put both addresses on the one it's going to on the bottom right and the one it's coming from top left, maybe. I don't know, but thank you, Tobias. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. The big route, all the way from Singapore, originated in. Wow, she's dirty, mate. She's dirty. Dirty. Yeah, but there's not a lot happening in terms of departures at this time in the morning, Julie. No, it's all tiddly stuff, isn't it? Some serious tonnage coming in this morning, man. Yeah. We could actually get her prepare the whole preparation and everything going on, couldn't we? And then we can do it if it's a daily service. Well, I would say a daily service, but I think it's the freight. Most of the freight that they're the operations are China, I think. I looked it up yesterday. Suru, the flying kangaroo. Welshie 123. Yeah, apologies for my terrible Australian accent. But anyway, good eye. Matthew Ewan. 2 SQ380s, 1 QF380 and 1 BA777 and B787 for the morning arrival between Singapore and London. Heathrow. Crikey, you big galah. Erin O'Keefe never gets sick of looking at A380s. It's a beautiful aeroplane, isn't it? I mean, come on. You know, some people, I think they just say it. They just say, you know, they don't like the 380, just that maybe, I don't know if it's, maybe they're just traditionalists. In terms of you know, the traditional single decker, but you know, you've got to give a lot of respect to this aircraft because its sheer size, capability, and operational. Look at that thing, man! Get out the way! Avro Arrow, love this morning light viewpoint from HGI location. Thanks to you, Jerry. But a big thank you, of course, has to go out to our good friends here at the Hilton Garden Inn, and of course, a big shout out to all our friends at Heathrow and all the people that work at Heathrow. I mean, there are literally too many to mention in terms of, like, you know, individuals, and it's just endless. It is literally like running a city here at London Heathrow, and what a fantastic job they do. Let's face it, you know, we can't all be on time. We always have delays, technical or otherwise. There are always, you know, issues with, you know, whatever system it might be. Every airport around the world has their problems. I'm going as fast as I can. Get a bleeding move on, will ya? Yeah, so you know, you've got to give every airport its due, because there are so many, even from the tiniest, smallest technical detail. If one system goes down, then there's obviously a lot of times a follow-on, a repercussion from that, which can cause huge delays. But all in all, when you look at the whole infrastructure of London Heathrow and the way it's managed, it is extremely. Now, I tell you what, folks, I'm just going to see if I can grab this, because I have got in the distance there a 380 that is about to appear through those clouds. Hopefully she will come on. I put my old blue jeans on. Okay, so here we go. Now we're going to see this jet hit this cloud and do a bit of cloud busting and create some beautiful shapes in the cloud here. Watch this. Enter stage right. Now watch this, folks. Watch the downwash from this jet create this huge swirl of cloud, almost like a love heart. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Not as graphic as we're used to seeing, but even so, sucking that cloud down and making that vortex. Look at that. And that's why you don't want to fly behind one of these things, folks, if you're a small aeroplane. All aeroplanes do the same thing, of course. They leave a wake. Which one's this in GP? Is this first of the Emirates jets? Yeah. Another airline that we have a great relationship with. Simon Morris gifting a Big Jet TV membership, as has David McAvoy. Thank you, everybody. Wonderful thing to do. Wow, he's run that long all the way to the end of 27 left. Now, he needs to vacate quite quick because right behind him get off the runway, son. Need to get off the runway. Turn. Start turning. Yeah, she's done it. She's done it. I think. Virgin's latest new aircraft on the fleet, the A339. Leslie Pike. Rab H might catch it going out. JD 380 from Boston due in any minute. Drone Hunter, good morning to you. Steve Bluck, what are the customs lines like at this time of day with all the heavies landing? Steve Bluck. Well, yeah, you have to obviously consider that. We've just had Qatar 380 arrive, Etihad 380 arrive. But what you've got to obviously appreciate is that Heathrow are aware of this, and so they will make sure that they have the appropriate number of people available on the lines in terms of, checking through the passport control. That's kind of where it obviously gets backed up. There's nothing much people can do about that. You have to be a bit patient, but with the sophistication of new systems for passport checks, it's a lot faster, it's a lot quicker than it used to be in terms of manual checkers. I have to say Heathrow faster than a lot of airports that I've been to, the Schiphols, your Frankfurts, all that kind of thing. Still, having to stand there and wait in lines with manual check staff controlling the passport, the inbound traffic for passport control, and you get sort of like, there's maybe 10-15 booths there, and there's like one booth in operation. Generally that's down to lack of staff, really, to be honest with you. And obviously, I can't comment on what those other airports are up to, but certainly Heathrow, I know, do all they can to make sure that your experience is as quick and seamless as possible. Going at it with those elevators. It's a big old lump to bring down, isn't it? Evelyn MD, Space Needle, Preacher. So many 380s, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Our Belgian Rail, where's Etihad's 380 now? Parked up at gate, Belgian Rail, and obviously they may have, I think they probably will have had a little bit of a celebration there with a few balloons and some nice cupcakes and things like that, you know. Franny G, Tony Austin, good day, Michael K, A380 heaven this morning, yeah, just crazy, look at that, 3 in the shot there. There is Etihad's 380 parked up at Terminal 4. If you missed it earlier on, they had a couple of flags hanging out of the windows as well, which was being proudly waved. I know I keep shooting that shot, but isn't that beautiful, man? Might be an old engine, but I tell you, GE90, look at that beautiful set of blades on a leading edge, titanium leading edge on those carbons to break off, well, to deal with any ice, really, because you know, carbon fibre can obviously be quite brittle when it's impacted directly. So those leading edge segments of the blades are shrouded in titanium. Janine Gray, Kathy Williams, Matt Jones, Jane Dudley, just watch them all 380s, just how it gets off the ground. Yeah, it is impressive. It is impressive to look at from a size point of view, especially when you're watching it from some positions on the runway where it almost looks like it's going no speed at all. No, and it all does depend on the who's that? What's that, GP? No, I think you're the one who's been a bit of a child, mate. Yeah. It's obviously oh wow, sorry folks, sorry, just got to grab this quick. Beautiful early morning shot there. Actually, yeah, they do shut the Wi-Fi down at a certain point. Yeah, when you're supposed to stow all this and stow all of that, Wi-Fi has now been disconnected. Please make sure you've got all your belongings. La 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 la. Yeah, we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but we're not 100% sure about this this guy on board this Singapore Slinger. Whether he just wants to see it and he's just anyway, whatever. We get them from time to time, folks. People who pretend they're pilots and all that kind of thing. But yeah, hopefully he's a legitimate passenger on board the Slinger. Hopefully that is the case, because we've waited around for him when I'm supposed to be going for breakfast. Ian Burton, love the overhead shots. Great shot, ghost plane. Your camera is amazing, Simon Morris. Qantas took delivery of its last Dreamliner a few days ago. Scott Showcross. Thanks for that, Scott. Took delivery of their last Dreamliner. It's BA's Bluebird. I think, you know, even though they've put something on the fuselage, I think they should have done something with the engines, a bit like what is it Etihad, the eco jet with the because it's the engines really at the end of the day that are making all the difference, folks, in terms of the ecology. Is that the right word? The ecology of the of transport, by keeping the emissions down. Got something on the edge of that cloud, which is trying to get this one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Has it gone? Has it gone? What's that? Yeah, I've got a big twin. I've got a big twin above me, which I'm just trying to lock onto. There she is. That's Lufthansa, isn't it? Isn't it? No, no, it's not a 380. It's Lufthansa though. It's a 380. Oh, it's gone, mate. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. That's way gone. Yeah, that's way. To know that like 5 minutes ago, or however long, you know, whatever, because I would have caught that on approach over the top. Sorry, missed that, folks. Can't get them all. Got one left though, didn't we? So that's a sight that we're going to get used to seeing, folks. That One Air 747 down there. Is it 3 out, GP? Is it 3 out? Singapore. Okay. Well, you know, I think we should give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is for Freddie, inbound on the Singapore Slinger. Erin O'Keefe. Yeah, missed it. Sorry about that. Can't get them all. J Mank. Where's Freddie? Here's Freddie. Right there, folks. Gear down. Fully established. Causing a big hooping swirl out the back there. See that swirl of cloud they've left behind. Look at that one, even that one, that jet there's carving a path through the cloud. Look, that's crazy, isn't it? Okay, folks. Holly Hart. Okay, here comes Freddie. Are you ready, Freddie? Oh, banger cloud there. Okay, this is the last one, folks. Then we're going to bring it on down, and head over the other side of the airfield. Going to grab a quick cup of coffee and breakfast, and then we're going to catch the departure for Etihad's 380 around about, what is it, 9:30, Julie, did you say something like that? Easy, Sam. Easy. Ooh, that was quite heavy, man. Scottish AIRBUS looking forward to flying the 350 from Amsterdam to Singapore in November in business class. It'll be the first time on an A350. WVI Landia. Welcome to Heathrow, Freddie. Britannia. Simon's going to be back for the takeoff. Who's coming back for the takeoff, folks? Matthew Hewen. Mark Luscombe, thanks for the A380. It is, isn't it? It has been a bit of an over. We have OD'd on 380s this morning. David McAvoy wasn't very pretty, was it? Clumsy landing. Although, maybe these guys will have been informed about possible, conditions on the ground. actually, for the touchdown. Right, folks.
That's your lot for part 1. We will be back around about 9:30. Well, actually, probably more like about 9 o'clock. Let's just say, should we say 9 o'clock, Julie? Well, it's an hour and 15 minutes away, isn't it? We will be back over the other side of the airfield to catch the departure for Etihad's 380 service. First one in, first one out. Thanks, folks. Look after yourselves. Have a good day at work. If we've missed you, if you are it's afternoon in Australia, isn't it? So we'll still get some of the stragglers from Australia. Very early morning in the US, I believe. But anyway, folks, look after yourselves. If we don't see you then, we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll put a show post out about that a little bit later on. But other than that, we'll see you in a short while for the departure for Etihad's 380. Take it easy. See you. Stand by. Don't go just yet. Trent. Love the live stream. Okay, folks, take care. See you in a bit. Don't go too far. Cheers.